I'm Louise from BeHealing.com, and welcome to the Now, the spiritual news show for the week starting Monday the 5th of November 2012. And so starting with the reading for this week, it's a really important week to stay connected, stay centered, stay grounded, and to be able to do that you can meditate, you can go for a walk out in nature. You can do visualizations where you're bringing your energy back in. So there's many different ways, and you probably have your own personal ways of grounding and centering as well, things that just make you feel really good and make you feel really centered. And the reason that this is important this week is because we've got big changes happening, huge energetic changes happening at the moment. We are all being asked to move away from old paradigm, old energy, low energy things. And when I say things, I'm talking about things in the environment and social structures and things that are involving lots of conflict or lots of negative energy. And so we have been living in a world where there's been lots of conflict, lots of competition, lots of things based on rules and ideas that aren't really true, that aren't aligned with the laws of the universe. And so like competition, competition is just a big lie. And it goes against the law of attraction, which is the only law of the universe. And so if you think of yourself in competition with somebody else, if you're doing something similar and you're in competition with them, you're not actually in competition with them. The law of attraction states that you attract more of what you are, and we cannot separate ourselves from source or from anyone else. And so the more you're doing something, the easier it is for someone else to do exactly that same thing. And so it's more cooperation is the truth rather than competition. And so there's lots of different lies like this that we've been told, like the lie of lack of limited resources, which just isn't true. We all have access to true abundance, ease of abundance for everybody. And so as these energetic changes are happening, with this shift happening, we are being called to make those changes within ourselves too. And so we're being asked to move away from those things that are of a low vibration, move away from those structures, kind of detach ourselves from them now, and really keep ourselves in our authentic state, connected to our higher selves, centered, even while a lot of people may be emotional reacting and lots of conflict going on, or emotionally reacting to conflict. Another thing to focus on this week is appreciating yourself. We're all here, we all have a unique role and unique energy and unique skills, unique things that we like, things that we want to do in this world. No two people are the same, no two people have the same role or the same life purpose. And it's really important to appreciate yourself fully now for the creative spirit that you are. Some people might think of it as ego when you're actually appreciating yourself, but it's not ego. To recognize yourself as the creative spirit that you are is not ego, that's aligned with your higher self. And so there needs to be this distinction now between moving away from ego, which is very low energy, to embracing and celebrating who you really are and really appreciating yourself, because this is going to allow you to open up to be creative and live your life purpose. And so in Ascension news for this week, we have so much polarization and conflict going on in politics, in social structures, and also within ourselves too. And what happens, or what is happening with this shift process, is we are raising our vibration. And so when there's a lot of conflict, something will happen in order to raise our vibration. Now what we've seen in this last week is a huge storm, and the storm was created through collective consciousness, through the conflict in collective consciousness. So conflict in politics, people taking sides and not really appreciating each other, not understanding each other, and arguing with each other. This whole kind of political sides and conflict. And because this conflict energy has grown and grown and grown, the universe has manifested something to raise our vibration. And so you might think that the storm or disasters aren't raising anyone's vibration, but actually they are. What happens is there may be those people that die in a disaster, and when you die you raise your vibration, you join source again and your vibration's raised, so everything's good for those that have died. But the people that are left behind, what happens is they forget about the conflict and they all work together. They all start pointing in the same direction, they start cooperating with each other. And they're distracted from the conflict for a while and they get on the same page, they go in the same direction. And so this raises the vibration. And so you will have noticed this before with any kind of disasters. It brings communities together, it gets everyone working together and with each other. And so if that is forgotten about, if that lesson's forgotten about and it goes back to this conflict that's going on in politics and everything, then something else will happen to raise our vibration again. So it's really important to detach yourselves from those things that are in conflict at the moment. Also, these big changes in energy that are happening at the moment, it might make you feel overwhelmed. And so you might be getting the guidance or the urge to change something in your life, change something big in your life, to completely change something. So you might be getting the guidance or feeling like you want to quit your job and start something new, or something really big like that. And that could feel overwhelming to you because of the size, because of the enormity of the change. But what is happening at the moment is that time is speeding up, manifestations are speeding up, and you still only need to take things one step at a time. And so even if it's a big change that you've got, it can happen really quickly if you just take it one step at a time. And so, in other words, you think that you want to change something in your life completely, and thinking about that completely overwhelms you. It feels like too much. But if you're just to focus on the step that's put in front of you and it's ahead of you and just stay in the flow in that way, doing one step after another, those steps could come really thick and fast, and you could actually make those changes really quickly in your life. And so pull yourself back from that feeling of overwhelm. Don't focus on the bigger picture so much. Just focus on what's in front of you, and those changes will just flow in your life. We're also, with this disconnect from old paradigm and these lies that we've been told before, and this conflict and all of this stuff that's going on, with the Ascension process we need to detach ourselves from that. And anything in your past or any emotional ties that you have to it, they're like energetic strands going from your energy, keeping you to that old paradigm, keeping you tied to that old paradigm. And those need to be released. And so this is happening at the moment. You are being prompted to release these things. You might find that you're having niggling symptoms going on in your body that need to be sorted out. Act on those straight away, get them sorted out. You might find that you're getting letters or phone calls from things that you thought that you dealt with in the past, but when they come up for you again, you might find that there's a little bit of negative emotion connected to that. Again, it's really important to deal with these things straight away and release them. These things are coming up for us to show us what negative energy is tying us to these old paradigms. And so deal with these things straight away. In your environment, you might start noticing little things that aren't working. Things might blow up or completely stop working. And this is just allowing you to raise the vibration of the environment around you as well. So things that you may have bought when you were in a negative state of mind and a negative energy state, those things take on that energy, and so we need to release those out of our lives. You might be guided to, or you might be noticing things that aren't quite working, things that need fixing. Just little niggling things, not great big things that need fixing, just those little things. It's really important to act on those straight away. That's the guidance I'm getting at the moment, is with the Ascension process. Act on everything that's coming up straight away. Don't procrastinate, just get it done. It's clear these things up from your environment, from your body and from your past, and you'll be able to flow with these big changes, these big energetic changes much more easily. And so that is the reading and the Ascension news for this week. The Be Healing Club has started. I'm giving monthly webinars, informational webinars to elevate your life. The first one starts tomorrow. That's on Saturday the 2nd, Saturday the 3rd, or Friday the 2nd if you're in the US. And the first one is all about past lives and karma, and I'm going to take you through a past life regression, and everyone that joins the Be Healing Club too will also get a free gift of a guided meditation this week. And so join that Be Healing Club. You can find that on behealing.com. Upgrade to gold level, and you'll also be invited along to weekly webinars where I'll be giving readings, personal readings to the people that attend, or a handful of the people that attend. If you can't make the webinars, you're also going to receive the recordings of that, and so you can send your questions in to me via email, and I'll answer them in the webinar, and you'll get your answers when you watch those recordings too. Or you can upgrade to platinum level. In platinum level, you also get to come to a weekly webinar, a healing webinar, Accelerate Your Ascension, that's called. And I channel information about the ascension process, and I channel a healing and balancing and healing from the Lemurian masters to help us with the ascension process. And so you can upgrade to that level if you want. All the information's on behealing.com, and I'd love to have you in the club, and so I can start working more closely with you. So thank you so much for listening. Bye.